Can we confidently say, though, MMA is so much more exciting than boxing? Like, that fight went on at 1 a.m. I was dead asleep. I caught the highlights of it.
Yeah, I feel like it's very WWE-ish anymore, like with John Jones. Like, is he coming back? Like, is he playing, like you guys say, chess or whatever? But I don't know. I don't know what to believe with him.
Whoever it is, I don't care. He can fight the bum from the pub. I don't care. I'm tuning in to watch McGregor. I can't wait. That's the best storyline there.
Welcome to the Denver Sports Betting Show, UFC edition, where the wins are big and now your savings can be too. Thanks to our official sponsor, Assured Roofing, you can score $2,000 off your next roof, whether it's hail damage or if it's just time for an upgrade. Assured Roofing has your back, just like we got yours when it comes to the bets. Quality work, local experts, and right now, $2,000 off your next roofing project. So while you're out there betting smart, call Assured Roofing and invest in a solid win for your home. Be sure to use promo code Denver Sports to unlock that promotion. As always, I got my fight squad here. We're down one, but we still got Taylor and Ryan in the building. Boys, last weekend we had UFC Noche. We lost our parlay by one. I was the one that let us down. I didn't let us down. John Silva let us down. What happened in that fight? Taylor, talk to me.
Man,
because I can't say it without crying.
I think, we were all high on him, right?
Oh,
we all thought he was going to do good and save the fighting nerds, but Diego proved there's a different level and that championship experience comes into play. But man, dude, he survived that first round. He was whooping on Diego that second round until he got over aggressive and ran into one. It was a great fight, potential round of the year, I think. But yeah, that was disappointing to see Silva go out like that.
RIP to the fighting nerds hype train. Like that's done. It's derailed. Yeah, the fight IQ, I think he just got caught up in the moment, got away from his game plan, and yeah, lost because of it.
Yeah, I 100% agree. I think it was more John Silva lost that fight than Diego Silva won it. I don't know if he forget that it was a 5-round fight. I really don't know how he loses his train, like you said. They were going, and I was like, this is going good. This is perfect. And he lost it there at the end. But all the respect to Diego Lopes. The rest of the fight card was awesome. But Diego Lopes got called out by Aljo. Yeah, what do you think is going to happen?
Man, that's interesting, right? Because Diego's predominantly known as a striker. We just saw him here. But like his first round, Diego's sick on the ground, but so is Aljo. So I think it's a good matchup, but I don't know. Aljo's 38. If you're going to give him the title, you kind of got to give it now if he wants that rematch. And dude, Diego just lost to Volk. So yeah. I don't think Diego gets the next title shot. I think, honestly, Aljo should have it. I think that'd be cool to see Aljo and Volk go at it for the title.
Yeah. I don't know. Aljo, like, he's great on the ground. I don't think Lopez can hang there. I don't know. I just wouldn't want to see another 5-round just on the ground. We've seen too many of these already, so I don't know.
Yeah, but look at Volk and Islam. Like Volk does good to put on a show still. I think it would be a good fight. You got what, Carlos Prates or Leon Edwards?
Yeah, you got Lerone Murphy. Undefeated Lerone Murphy. We just talked about him so much on this show. I mean, the man is undefeated. He put on a great show his last time out. I think that man, he deserves it.
Yeah.
Give him the title bout. Aljamain Sterling, I mean, he's been there, He was at the top of the mountain, and 38 or not.
Well, at a different division too, like a lower weight class, right? So this would be the first for him in this weight class.
And like legit earning it, right?
Yeah, good point. Good point.
That night, Dana White was one of the busiest men probably in the world. I saw him in Vegas after Noche giving the belt to Terence Crawford. Did you guys catch that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
At the end of the Canelo fight. Did you guys watch the Canelo fight? I mean, I know I did. I was glued to the TV. Waiting for Canelo to do something.
Oh, man. It's my fault. I apologize to everyone because I never bet on Canelo. Never. And I finally did, and this is what happened. So, I was just waiting for him. I was like, okay, maybe he's starting off slow. He couldn't get anything going. It didn't look like one of the most dominant boxers ever against Crawford. Crawford did his thing, and it was crazy to watch. I was like, nodding in and out, being over, 35. So
falling asleep in your comfy chair. It was very, very disappointing. I didn't bet on either of them because I didn't know how he was going to fare against a real fighter. I hadn't seen Canelo fight a real fighter in many years. I had really no idea what he was going to look like. And quite frankly, he just looked outmatched. Just like I said a minute ago about John Silva losing that fight as opposed to Diego Lopes winning it, I think Terence Crawford won that fight against Canelo. He was... in the simplest way I could say, it looked like he was getting mixed up. Canelo didn't really seem to know where the punches were coming from.
He was just counting his check. That's all.
Well, we're going to talk about that check here in just 1 minute. But, he couldn't figure out the distance. He couldn't, if he was back, he was getting hit. If he was close, he was getting hit. If he was to the left, he was getting hit. To the right, he was getting hit. So all the respect to Terence Crawford. Can we confidently say he is one of the best boxers of our generation?
Hands down. Like he moved up. Like what he did to Canelo was crazy. Like I thought it was gonna be way more competitive. But yeah, how he just destroyed him. Like he just didn't have an answer. Canelo didn't have an answer. Like he's hands down the GOAT now. Like no one can say otherwise.
No. Unified the belts, what so many boxers have not been able to do. And he finally got his opportunity. 42-0.
That's wild.
Yeah, undefeated. And I don't know if you watched any of the lead up to the fight. It was kind of floating around on the social media. Terence Crawford's mom. Did you catch any of that? So she, I think it's borderline abuse, but she was saying, I pay the kids in the neighborhood $10 if they could whip, they call him Bud, if they could whip Bud and none of them could whip him. She's out there putting a bounty on her son's head. But I guess that's one way to train him up to be the greatest in the world. I hope he does defend his belt. That would be awesome to see that again. But there was a very big discrepancy in that fight, not just with the boxing gloves on, but with the boxing gloves off and the check that they received afterwards. What was that difference?
150 mil to 10, right?
Yeah, Canelo with a reported 150 million. Can we confidently say, though, MMA is so much more exciting than boxing? Like, that fight went on at 1 a.m. I was dead asleep. I caught the highlights of it, but I don't fall asleep in a UFC card. I'm just saying the production on that for Dana White's first event that they're doing with TKO Boxing and everything like that, I just think it was still too drawn out. Have you seen the memes of Dana White and how miserable he looks sitting ringside? But I mean, I think the pay for it is so crazy to think about, right? Like $150 million supposedly for Canelo, when the biggest payday that's ever been addressed was that $30 million that they supposedly secured for John Jones.
Yeah.
Right. The difference in that to me is still so amazing, because if you talk about it from an entertainer standpoint and energy level, I see more energy and more entertainment out of MMA versus boxing.
So there was before the co-main event, that fight was amazing. Like they just stood toe to toe. Like that's the boxing I love, and like I'll put that up against MMA right there. But for the most part, like that's tough. But Chimaev, put him on that last one at like 1 a.m. I'm falling asleep. Like that's happening. Like
okay, so there was one good fight on that card. How many bangers were on Noche?
It's true. That's true. I'll give you that.
I will agree with Taylor in the sense that from fight to fight and the length of it, 3 5-minute rounds versus 10 to 12 2-minute rounds, it just drags on and on and on and on a little bit. So you have to bring the fireworks, and there's really not the same name recognition.
Yeah.
You said that fight was a banger. Can you name the two boxers?
No, I can't. That's what's crazy. I can't.
It was like the Conor McGregor of boxing on that card, though, right?
So he was the co-main event.
Did he win?
Against Vargas. Vargas's son. He did win.
Okay.
But we don't know his name. But that's just the difference right now. And where boxing really lost me is they very few times, and this just happened this last weekend, but before this last weekend, rarely did they have the best fighter fight the other best fighter. Because I don't know do you think it's the Ali Act? I don't really know. But they don't want to go out there and get beat. Everybody ran from Mike Tyson for years. That's why he never unified the heavyweight title belts. because everybody ran from him. Then he went to jail. Then that's when Evander Holyfield and everybody wanted to fight him. But nobody wanted a piece of Mike Tyson before that. And that was a problem with Canelo. He didn't want no part of any good fighters. He fought every Mexican Independence Day, went out there and whooped them, and he looked great. The first time he fought a real fighter, he looked bad. So
it'll be interesting to see. But like for 150, do you think, like, especially with the damage you take for UFC or MMA, if you give like one of those guys 150 mil for a pay-per-view, do you think they'll have, like, still have that fight in them to want to do it? Because like, I feel like that's why McGregor's not getting in there. He made his bag and he was like, I don't really need to do this anymore.
You're 100% right. He doesn't need to do this. And, you know, that was the difference with Canelo. You know what I mean? If that $150,000 was on the line, if he wasn't going to get that, if he didn't win,
true,
the fight looks a whole lot different. So it's really tough to say, you know what I mean? Maybe some people just have that super fire competitive edge. You know, I was talking to my dad not too long ago about Tom Brady and just what a savage competitor he is. Yeah. I'm like, that guy would slam dunk on his own mom. You know, they're playing one-on-one in the driveway. He would dunk on her head. And some people are just built like that. So really tough to say. But speaking of very competitive and the GOAT, Jon Jones, once again, in our news, he recently texted Dana White an apology for how the Tom Aspinall situation played out. What does he need to apologize for, Taylor?
I think just that he said he would fight and then he didn't fight mainly is what it came down to. But Dana White shut it down really quick and said that he doesn't really care and that he needs people he can count on. So I think it shows a little bit from both sides, though. It shows Jon is wanting to come back, wanting to make a statement, but also shows that his like biggest fan, that's always been his biggest fan, maybe that's run out at this point. So it's going to be interesting to see how it progresses and if he does get another fight and if he gets on that White House card like he wants to.
I think that's the only reason. He wants to get on there. He knows he's got to try to get on good graces with him. But honestly, I don't know if this is like a show too. Like, we played off, no, he's not going to be on there. And then at the last minute, like, he's going to get booked like a couple months before. I don't know. I don't know what to believe with. It's very WWE.
Do they have another chat where they're talking? They're like, "Oh, thanks, Jon. Thanks for coming back. Thank you so much." Like, is there another secret agenda there for sure?
Yeah, I feel like it's very WWE-ish anymore. Like with Jon Jones, like, is he coming back? Like, is he playing, like you guys say, chess or whatever? But I don't know. I don't know what to believe with him.
He's out there playing chess, not checkers. That's what I say. He knows his standing, right? You know what I mean? He knows he can play these games. And yeah, sure, Dana's going to be mad, just like, you know, I'm sure any dad could be to their child prodigy son at times. But is he not going to forgive him?
Oh, 100%.
If Jon Jones says, Dana, I'll take the $30 million, I'll fight Tom Aspinall on the white card, I'll do it for America, bring the title back home to the United States, is he going to say, nah, Jon, you're good?
No, he's 100% good. But I think
we're going to get Derek Lewis.
Yeah, I think the craziest part is like, no, we don't trust Jon Jones, but I'm trying to get McGregor on the card. I'm like, who's even bigger liability? Like, get out of here. Like, you trust McGregor over, I feel like McGregor's a little bit crazier than Jon Jones.
With Noche and the Canelo fight, there was so much media done this week, and Dana White was giving so many interviews that when he said that, he's like, Conor McGregor is someone I could always trust to fight anyone, anywhere, and all this stuff. And then he withdraws from running for the president in Ireland, right? So I don't care, man. This is shaping up for a Conor McGregor return. This is going to be awesome. Whether it's Chandler's finally gets his wish, whoever it is, I don't care. He can fight the bum from the pub. I don't care. I'm tuning in to watch McGregor. I can't wait. That's the best storyline there is.
McGregor and Jon Jones on the White House. Whew.
Yo, who left an illicit substance in the White House before? I think there might be more left that night, okay?
Yeah, you have to send in the cleaners after that one. No reporters for 48 hours. Gonna do a deep clean.
Scrub those warm-up rooms, man. That's gonna be nuts.
Abraham Lincoln's gonna be turning in his grave. Yeah, you know, you can't really count on either of them, but like I said, Jon Jones will at least show up to fight. I truly have no idea if Conor McGregor is even going to be in fighting shape, to be honest with you. So it will be interesting to see, and I know I will be tuned in, and we will be talking about it until it happens. July 4th, 2026. We have almost a whole year. See how it shakes out. But right now, one thing that did not shake out, we were looking forward to this and we were talking about it. RDR, Fluffy Hernandez, is off. Fluffy is being replaced by Brandon Allen. Bummer. What happens? How do we move on from here?
Yeah, so supposedly an undisclosed injury for Fluffy. But this fight kind of sucks now, right? And because like after Imavov won, I was like, no. It's going to come down to RDR and Fluffy, and then Fluffy has to get hurt. So I don't know. I'm still excited to see RDR fight because I like watching him fight. And Brendan Allen, I don't know. He lost to Imavov. He lost to Fluffy via decision, and then he won against Vittori via decision. So it doesn't really provide much hope for an exciting fight. But, man, if RDR catches him with one of these knees, he's going to have to make a major statement. RDR suffered the most here because there's no chance he can get above Imavov now to get that title shot next.
I think, like you said, I think the only shot is just to do something crazy, like right off the bat, show like he's that baddest dude and he deserves it because the other competition won't do it. But yeah, I'm not excited for this at all. But Allen has the chance to mess everything up for him.
Shock the world. Yep.
You mentioned it just a second ago. If RDR does win, let's say he puts on a show, puts Brandon Allen to sleep, knocks him out, submits him. Does he get any sort of chance? Does he get any sort of recognition in the title competition?
I thought Imavov's fight was boring. So if he puts on a clinic, maybe, but I don't know. Everybody seemed to enjoy that Imavov fight and thought his striking was really good. And he was going with a dude that did 2 weight cuts. So I don't think it was that great.
I was not very, very impressed. That's why I wanted to see Fluffy Hernandez or RDR. Yeah. I think they give Hamzat the best run for his money. I see Hamzat doing the same exact thing John Jones did to Cyril Gane. Yeah, Cyril Gane's a crazy striker. Twists him like a pretzel. Taps him right away. So it is a bummer. And I am bummed for RDR because like you said, I mean, unless he just puts on an absolute clinic, I don't know what he does to get a championship fight with Hamzat. I just don't see it in his
quick KO. I think if it's exciting, just drops Allen quick. I don't know how you like.
I think it's a better fight, for sure. Speaking of Tom Aspinall, though, did you guys see they did the first face-off with him and Gane? But it was in Paris, right? But they booed Tom so bad. Tom set down the mic and he's like, Cyril, I'm just going to let you do your thing. I can't talk. So, this unrightful champion of the heavyweight division, man. I can't wait.
I can't wait for his downfall.
I can't wait for John Jones to come back.
We know he's going to beat Cyril Gane. He has
but dude, if he doesn't, everybody go to John Jones's Twitter. Every single person go to John Jones's Twitter because he's going to go off.
Or even if it goes all 5 rounds or something, because Jones made quick
Tom
work.
has to finish him before John finished Gane. He has to.
But John finished him right away.
Yeah, Tom ain't going to do it. Exactly.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's only one Superman, so, But going back, Hamzat Chimaev says he does not want his next fight to happen in the United States. What's the deal? He literally just got granted permission to come to the United States, and he already says he doesn't want to come back.
That's probably like a one-time deal, though, right? But he said because he makes more money over there and when he fights in Dubai and stuff like that, which, I mean, makes sense. I don't even like him, but I can't blame him for that. Go get the bag, take that money, because I bet that money's unreal. I bet his treatment is unreal. Yeah. I mean, if I could do the same thing, I would, for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure he's royalty over there. Yeah. So, I'm doing the same thing.
Yes, he is. And he trains out of Dubai, right?
Well,
UAE.
He's a resident, or that's where he's from now?
They've adopted him.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, because he was from Chechnya, right? Yeah. Then he trained in Dagestan.
Yep.
But then he did his whole camp in LA at the Jackson house.
Yeah, this guy's a disaster, but I don't see anybody beating him. No fights this week, but we have so many fights coming up. Pay-per-views, fight nights. I mean, we're slow this weekend, but man, the rest of the year, the cards are stacked up. What are you guys looking forward to the most real quick? And then we got to go.
Merab and Corey. Merab and Corey. I think that's going to be a great fight.
We need the American to win. He's It's really our only chance right now. Like, really,
Save us, Corey Sandhagen. You're our only hope.
That's a tough task with Merab there, man.
But I think he can do it. I think if just his style, I think he's going to be able to put up a fight. But who knows? Merab's just a beast. He's a machine. So.
You looking forward to Tom and Gone? That's the one you got?
You know, Tom's going to just take him out. Like he's going to pull the Masvidal and just knee him.
It's going down October 25th. I love Ankalaev and Pereira.
Yeah.
Pereira is going to get a chance to redeem himself. So yes, like I said, so much stuff to look forward to. Be sure not to go anywhere and stay tuned into the Denver Sports Betting Show. We have so much stuff to talk about. We're going to be breaking down all these UFC cards. But before we go, I want to send a special shout out to our sponsor, Assured Roofing. If you have any roofing needs, be sure to reach out to them. Their phone number is 303-646-9300. And to get that $2,000 off, be sure to use code Denver Sports, and we'll see you soon.